What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie all day. I'm bringing you another blade sent by Scabber, another Apoc blade, and I didn't know I was going to be excited for this one. Didn't know, had no idea. Totally excited. Scab over at Choir Boys Outdoors sent it, designed by Mike Wallace, made by Apoc. Here's the deal. When I saw this first picture, Scab let me know what he was sending. I saw this thing, and I've never really been a Smatchet fan so much, but when I saw this thing, I was like, oh no, there's just, the balance has to be terrible on this. The weight has to be terrible on this. I just kept going through the line, looking at it in a picture, saying, I don't think I'm going to like this knife. Well, it's here. And I could say the only thing that I don't like about it is that this is nylon. That's the only thing I can say that I don't like about it. And I didn't know I was going to be saying that. Now, when I saw it, it wasn't in my hand. It was just through a photo. First of all, let's go over the sheath. Kydex, tons of lashing points, ambidextrous. If you, well, it's not ambidextrous as it, well, no, it is, because it's leaf, spear point. So, okay, ambidextrous. I was about to say, okay, it's one thing that you'd have to put a cage on there. Nope, it's perfectly ambidextrous. Has a drain hole. Everything you need in a sheath is right here. This little guy right here is good for a lanyard to tie it to your leg. And if you did that, it would take away the fact that this is flappy. If you do not tie it to your leg, you have this thing jumping all around. And that's the only reason I don't like those. If it was a Kydex loop, it would be much better. But with the ability to leg tie, that would alleviate that right away. Here's the thing, man. It's in my hand. And this is what Mike Wallace did to make it right. It looks like the balance would suck. It just looks like it. But Mike, who I love for designing this, didn't go with the traditional, like heavy millimeter, big, thick blade. It's not a 1/4 inch thick, which would have really ruined the total balance of this, the total feel. He made a really good choices. And then, one thing I didn't notice at first, this is, even though this is a Smatchet, from here to there, that is Gladius. He took a Smatchet and gave it the most proper Now, obviously, that's a D-bad design, right? You can see my logo on it. That is super Gladius. I absolutely am digging the grip. You can see the inside grip is almost the same size as my D-bad Gladius. For those who know this grip, you would understand this grip is right there. You can see how much room I have here. That fills that spot. I mean, Mike did a great job designing this. It gets around. It feels good. You got the G10 that is absorbing the hand. I'm having a really hard time finding something I can say about this that's not good. And it's made by Apoc. That means automatically you're getting a well-made knife. Once it's well-made, it comes down to, did the designer design a proper knife? Yes. Yes, he did. Let's go over the specs, and then we'll take it outside. And it's a Smatchet, so we're just going to go outside and smash with it. It's not going to be one of those crazy reviews where we're doing delicate cutting. Even though this, Scab used the hell out of it. You can see, even though he sent it with a really nice edge, and it would probably cut very well, we're going to smash. We're going to smash with the Smatchet. This thing is so Smatchet / Gladius / Lord of the Rings. It's I'm loving it. I had no idea I was going to be liking this. Even I think when I did the initial short introducing the blades that came through, I was like, put it in my hand and let me hold it for a little while. Things change. So we are talking about designed by Mike Wallace, obviously. The blade is a D2, which everybody knows. I did a whole video on why I love D2 and why it would be, if I had just one knife steel that I could use for the rest of my life, what would it be? D2. That's my personal choice. I happen to love it. So this is a titanium coated D2 blade, 9 5/8 inches long. Obviously, G10 scales. We're talking 15.5 inches overall. That gives you a 6-inch grip. Beautiful. It weighs 1 pound, 10 ounces, and it feels incredibly light. Like, I can explain it to you, I can tell you, but you're not going to know until you put one in your hand. And a lot of it is the same. The reason I designed such a heavy pommel on this is because it adopts the weight and gives a great transfer. Mike Wallace knows that. He gave a really nice end here on that pommel. It adopts the weight, it transfers. Does have a lanyard hole too. Let's see. Thickness at the tip. Okay, guard thickness is 5 millimeters. Thickness at the tip is 1 millimeter. So it's it's cool. Let's take it outside. All right, so I was walking out to the tree I was gonna cut, and I noticed we have a dying limb here on this tree. So I figure, that's scraping along. I figure why not do a little pruning, basically. Let's see here. This is a mesquite here in Arizona, so it's nice and hard. Wow, that cut is huge. I'm having a hard time because these mesquites have these thorns on them and they suck. So I'm trying to get my arm around it. Wow. That is some crazy depth in the cut. And I'm just flicking because I have no way to get my arm around underneath this tree here. And just flicking. This thing is crazy, man. Holy, I'm digging it already. All right, before we get to the next one, give it a good look in the sun here so you can really see what's happening with this blade. I've never been a fan of Smatchets. This made me a fan. Golly. That is superior. I'm going to say it as it is. This is probably, or not probably, but it is the best Smatchet I've ever put in my hand. That is super freaking cool. All right, so this tree I've been working on for quite a while. I've been hitting it with a lot of different things. It's super hard, and that's why it's been able to last as long as it has getting hit, because the thing is just a hard tree. But wow, this thing. Wow. Ooh. I have zero roll in my hand on this grip. Zero. I'm hitting hard. This thing is staying 100% in my hand. I'm able to track the blade exactly where I want to hit. Whoa. Exactly where I want to hit, because it just makes it easy. I didn't expect that to fall apart like that. For the first time, I had nothing to say. So I want to show you something now. I gotta chop off this little branch. So I was telling you about these thorns that grow on these mesquites. You see these? These don't break. They're freaking solid. I try to break one in half and the whole thing just comes off. These go right through the bottom of your shoe if you're wearing a boot or whatever. They'll go right through the bottom and go into your foot completely through the shoe. They're no joke. So when I say that I don't have a lot of room to swing, it's because I have to deal with those. Even on the dead branches, these things are deadly, man. So if it looks like I'm swinging like a sissy, it's because I'm scared. I get hit by that. So let's see, take off that piece right there. Bam. Bam. That was super nice. Make sure I'm still in there. So let's take this one down. Bam, 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 bam. Damn, Scab. Thanks for sending this. I mean, this is the kind of knife that needed to be sent to me because of the fact that I never cared about this style of knife. The fact that this thing is in my hand and I'm giving it a freaking hell yeah. I mean, bam, bam. That is something special. Now, I was about to take my thumb and press the feather. That would not have been smart. I'd have been cutting my other thumb there. Look at that. I mean, a big Smatchet. But hey, I'm in the woods. I need to make a fire. The only thing I brought with me was a damn Smatchet. I think I'm going to be A-okay. I think I'm going to be A-okay. Let's hit some more just because I like it that much and I don't want to stop. Now I can get around and swing. And the devastation in these cuts, it's just crazy. Timber. So let's see here. It's called a Smatchet, and it is smatching. It is smatching. Oh, this one's poking me like crazy. Golly, this thing is awesome. Man, I am absolutely enjoying every aspect of this knife. This thing is incredible. Apoc killed it making it. Mike Wallace killed it designing it. And this isn't some Mike Wallace love fest. I don't know him. What I can tell you is that it doesn't matter. Love the guy for this one. Golly. Golly. It's light in the hand, but it hits heavy. Not supposed to work like that, but it does. But it does, and that's just all out combination of great designing and great finishing, great building. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Golly, this thing is a beast. Man, I love when I get a knife in that I assume I'm not going to really like as much as I end up liking it. I love it. I love when the knife proves the eye wrong, because the eye, seeing it, it looked not goofy, but kind of like obtrusive, like it was going to be rough to handle in a delicate manner, in a way where if you need precision hitting, it looked like it was just going to be off. Looks can be deceiving. Golly. God. Oh, that stick fired at me, hit me right in the stomach. That's what you get for misconceiving the drawing. I'll tell you, man, this thing is amazing. So, I don't know, I could do this all day. I could just sit out here and just smash things. And, I mean, I didn't take time out to show you the edge. I didn't take time out to make sure there's no warping or anything. I happen to know that Apoc Blades knows how to make them. You know what I mean? And they're, you know, you're at the mercy of the designer when it comes to the knife. It's no matter what going to be made well. This one just happens to also be designed well. This is, man, this is awesome, man. This thing is crazy, crazy cool. All right, so I was gonna walk out to my throwing target, which is big, and I can hit anything on it because it's big. I want to try a full spin with this on a small target, on a tiny target. Oh, golly. So as you can see, I hit the tip. These trees are no joke. And I hit the tip on a hard throw. All right, I decided to come to the other side of the tree because I was stepping in so much stuff and I wasn't having an easy time getting my hand around. So let's try it over here. Oh my goodness. That was there. That was there. Let's try again. Well, kind of bounced and stuck in the base, but at least it stuck in something. Oh, it was in there. It was in the base of the tree just hanging out. I'll tell you what. This thing is ridiculous, man. This thing is ridiculous. So, make sure all these are nice and tight. There's no movement. I wanted to make sure all the screws are tight because that's an impact. But nothing came loose. Everything is perfect. This thing is crazy. This thing is crazy. I'm gonna put the link below to the webpage with this so you guys can check it out. I gotta wash it off and hit it against the sharpening steel just so I can send it back to Scab. This is fun. If you're looking for a blade that isn't just gonna work, it's gonna intimidate. First of all, somebody gives you a problem, you pull out that thing, forget about it. But it actually works. It doesn't just work. Works better to me. It doesn't just work. It works great. It is fantastic. The weight, the balance, every single thing about this is really cool. You got a great steel going on. You have it made very, very perfectly, as a matter of fact. This thing's awesome. Mike, who probably will never see this video, you did an amazing job. Apoc, who probably never see this video. I don't send my videos out to the makers and things to say, hey, look what I did. This is, unless the maker sends me the knife personally, then I'll say, okay, here's the video that you wanted. This thing is amazing, man. This thing is amazing. It's like 70 degrees today, a breeze. I love Arizona. This is phenomenal. You take outside on a great day with a great knife, having a great time. Great. That's it for this one. I am Donnie all day. Until next knife.